The borrowed man, I told them the truth. I was stuck in traffic on the Beltway. Boxed in between a school bus and a rusted pickup, engine idling like a slow exhale. The timestamp from the toll cam proves it. Not how I left it. No broken glass. No hacked key fob. Same coat. That's what I keep saying. Same twitch in the left hand. And when he turned toward the camera, just before the glare took him, something in his face looked wrong. Familiar but softened, as if he was trying on my expression. Like a mask. It's just a faint smell-chip cologne and something earthy, like wet leaves or old moss. And on the passenger side floor, a crumpled receipt from a gas station I haven't visited in years. It's colder than the click of an empty ignition when I try to remember what I did. That, exactly between 3:46 and 4:09 p.m., the attendant was a teenager with dyed green hair and a habit of biting her lip when she was nervous. She remembered my car. But not me, like someone taller had been driving. I inhaled deeply. Moss, wet soil, and underneath it all, the unmistakable bite of gas station cologne. A parking tag fluttered out. Forest Glen Preserve. May 16th, 2015. Drugstore stuff. Something a teenager might wear when they were trying too hard. My phone's GPS agrees. But someone still saw my car parked 2 blocks from the scene. Headlights off. Hazard blinkers ticking like a metronome. That's me. That's my car. Right there on the Beltway. People usually are. When I got home, the driver's seat was reclined. Doesn't explain the car 2 blocks from the scene. No signs of forced entry. Keep thinking. If someone borrowed my car, what else did they borrow? You just ... kept staring out the window. Said it felt familiar, like something was waiting for you. Because the man in the footage, they said he walked like me. The forest had that too quiet hush, the kind where even birds don't bother to sing. About a mile in, the dirt path curved into a clearing. Funny, that's what I said last time when you left. I didn't kill anyone, old school type. I hadn't been there since I was 23, hiking solo to clear my head after a breakup. I remember taking a wrong trail and losing almost 90 minutes. I figured I'd zoned out, but now I wasn't so sure. In the driver's door pocket, I found something I definitely hadn't put there. Carried a worn leather notebook and tapped it with his pen like it owed him something. But the truth is colder than an alibi, and why my car still smelled like moss 3 days later. The detective's name was Morrison. Copies, fakes, like I said, pointing to the timestamp. He studied it, unmoved. You're not the first to say that. Listen, if you see him again, call me. You think I cloned myself. I think you're hiding something, I laughed. It didn't sound convincing. Morrison flipped his notebook shut and slid it back into his coat. We'll be in touch. That night, I stood in the dark next to my car, garage door half lowered, like I was expecting someone or something to come home. I opened the door and sat in the reclined seat. It was adjusted just a bit farther back than I liked it. I opened the glove box, or the mold just under my left eye, that I definitely don't have. Locked the car, slept with the knife. I hadn't thought about that place in years. The next morning, I drove back to the gas station from the receipt. It was still there. Still a dump. The girl behind the counter looked up from her phone, green streaks in her bangs. Nervous energy in her eyes. You again, she said. What a delay. You were here 3 days ago. Asked about the woods nearby. My pulse quickened. What did I say exactly? Barely slept, she shrugged. I laughed nervously. That doesn't sound like me. A final detail I haven't told anyone, not even Morrison. She blinked. Forest Glen Preserve was about 30 miles outside the city. I followed the trail from memory. At the center, a ring of stones, old, half-buried, moss-covered, and something familiar. I stepped into the circle, and everything went still. The wind dropped. The smell moss, cologne got stronger. I knelt. I don't know why, just muscle memory. And for one terrible moment, I remembered. A voice, not mine, but wearing mine. I'll only need it for a while. Back at home, the cologne still clung to the car like breath to a mirror. I took everything apart: glove box, spare tire compartment, under the seats. A receipt dated tomorrow. Same gas station. same total. I called Morrison. "This'll sound insane," I said, "but someone's using my face." He didn't hang up. That scared me more than if he had. "Ever hear of Capgras delusion?" he said. "People think their loved ones have been replaced. This isn't a delusion," he sighed. "I never got the chance, because that night, he came home. I woke to the creak of the garage door opening. My keys were still on the nightstand. I crept downstairs and looked through the window. The car's headlights flashed once, then went dark. I grabbed a kitchen knife, opened the door to the garage. Empty. Half of me. Howling. Only, I don't remember the photo, or the jacket I was wearing. I burned the photo. The next morning, the driver's seat was reclined again, and the knife was gone. In its place, a folded note. "You said I could borrow it? It's still warm. I didn't go to work after that. Didn't eat. So on the fourth day, I looked in the mirror and noticed something off. My eyes weren't the same color they used to be. It's just a shade too pale, like something had been washed out. When I spoke, my voice had an echo. My reflection didn't smile back. It watched. There's one more thing. Last night, I checked the car one last time. The trunk, to be exact. Under the lining was a small patch of disturbed earth, like something had crawled in or out, and buried deep in the fibers, so faint you could almost miss it. A second set of fingerprints. They match mine, but they're reversed. So here I am, telling the truth. At least I think it's the truth, 'cause lately I can't tell where I end and he begins. All I know is someone borrowed my car, and maybe my life. And now I think he's ready to keep it.